Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why, when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know, closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found.
Okay, hopefully everyone can hear me. I'm gonna take these headphones off. Hi everyone. I had little Sophie with me, but I'm all by myself this evening to do the show, and so I got a little anxious. I wanted everyone to get to see her because she's growing so much, and she really wanted to be with me, but I'm just a little anxious about trying to do the show one arm. So maybe when David is home during a show very soon, I'll make sure to have her come on for a little bit so everybody can have a look at little Sophie. She's just won my heart over. I just love her so much. I was saying to David how I found it so odd, like how connected I am to her. Now I can see how some people say like a certain pet you'll connect with more than another pet. Hi, Martine. Welcome. I'm so glad that you joined us this evening. Tonight we're going to be covering our sun signs. So for anybody who wants to know when their good days are or their more challenging days, we use the Llewellyn astrological calendar. So we'll be doing that shortly here. But I just feel like I love my other dog, don't get me wrong, but this little Sophie has just so won my heart. Like the other day, she wasn't at work, and I found myself like thinking about her, and I found that just so joyful and a little surprising that I was wondering how she was doing and missing her. So yes, I know that the angels and my guides definitely sent her my way. I need some love like that. It's so beautiful to have the love of our pets, isn't it? It's very therapeutic. So for anyone joining us for the first time, this show is called Happy Thoughts with Claudette. I am located in Dawson Creek, British Columbia in Canada, and I've been running a store for nearly 10 years now called Happy on Main Metaphysical Center Incorporated. It's been a wonderful hub for our communities, surrounding communities of Dawson Creek, and it's been my great pleasure to serve this community. So out of that came many relationships where people would move away or not be able to come in as often and say, Claudette, I just miss seeing you and miss talking with you. And so I thought, why not launch a show and do a show every Wednesday where we can just get together and you'll hear me talking about different subject matters that are near and dear to me and are probably near and dear to you as well. We're all trying to live better lives, make this lifetime count, right? I want to just be the best version of myself possible, and every day that's where my mind goes when I get up in the morning. What am I going to do that I'm going to be proud of? So that's what this show is about. It's about encouraging, about reminding ourselves of ways that we can be kinder and more open to having a variety of people around us without it affecting our joy, being so open that they don't bother us and we can see them for the beautiful human beings that they are, because truly Creator loves us so much. Even the ones that annoy us, Creator sees them as precious, precious jewels in their eyes. And so I'm really always trying to work on that. And even when someone's annoying me or they've hurt me, I try and remember that that is a precious soul, and just to try to leave them in peace, and so that they can continue on their journey with as little ripples as possible. All right. So, I thought about this. I haven't mentioned Grace Walsh in quite some time, so I also want to acknowledge our spirit moderator here in the studio. Back when we first started the show, I really felt like Grace was around me, and I feel her around me all the time. She's a very dear friend from Tumbler Ridge who passed away, and she was a mentor to me. And so from the other side, she keeps everybody in line. Because back when I was doing the show in the studio at my shop, I would have all kinds of crazy things happening, and I'd be trying to figure out why. And it dawned on me, why not ask Grace to kind of keep tabs about what's going on and make sure everybody stays in line. So Grace, I haven't acknowledged you in a little while, and I want to say thank you to Grace, our spirit moderator. She is here. She's always around. She promised she was never leaving me, and that I truly believe. So she is here looking after those on the other side and making sure they understand we've got a show to do today. Hi, Linda. Oh, I'm so happy you're hearing exactly what you need. I'm so happy, Linda. You are going through struggles that I can't even imagine. So if this brings you a little bit of comfort and just to take your mind off things for a little bit, I am just honored to do that for you. So tonight, like I said, we're going to be going over our sun sign, our zodiac sun sign. What are they going to tell us about each of us? And the very unique, I love it. They give us days where we're going to excel or have a better, more favorable outcome. And then they give us days where things are going to be a little bit more challenging for us. And they're probably not the days to pursue the fulfillment of some kind of great big goal that we're looking for. So yes, I'm going to be going over that very soon. I'm just looking at the time. We're doing good. I don't have a whole lot prepared, and it's odd. Normally, I have so many notes about things that I want to talk about, and this evening, it just seems to me that It's going to be just a free flow and not too much structure. So things that I wanted to point out to everyone. Oh, hello. Hello, Chaitzizi. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome into the chat room and welcome to the show. Welcome to Happy Thoughts with Claudette, myself. So tonight, I want to talk a little bit about being more aware of our environments. If you've read the description below the show in YouTube, I had an experience today, and I had a few others earlier this week. And I know we've talked about this before, but I really feel like everyone is, not everyone, I shouldn't say that, but there is a majority of people that are really starting to go inside, and they're out of fear, and we're not really taking in our environments because we're just so nervous and anxious around everyone. We don't know what will happen. We're fearing what, like, it's just, life is very unpredictable right now. And I know that a lot of unusual things have happened, and we're all just really anxious. And what has happened is, in our anxiousness, we are coming into, like, we're doing the turtle thing. We're going in and hiding in our shells. And what I would love to encourage you to do is to poke your head out and look about. That's fine. You can chat all you want in the chat room. I'm just probably not going to be typing too much as I'm talking here, but we love having you. And there are others usually that are chatting in the chat room too, Chate's Easy. So I just, I had an incident with, especially today, and I just felt like I'm going to talk about this because I think that there's a lot of fear going on, and in that fear, we've turtled up. I want to encourage you to poke your head out and look around. The best thing you can do for fear is to look around and see who you could help that's around you. Look how you can be helpful. And on a bigger scale, maybe you would like to join a volunteer group, like a food kitchen. So I was helping somebody in the shop, and this was a first responder who had been there during the terrible thing that happened in Tumbler Ridge, that shooting. She was a first responder. She had a child in the school during that horrible event, and there were so many other things going on in her life. And she walked in, and she was, even the words to speak was difficult for her. She was just so exhausted for holding a strong front for her child, exhausted trying to hold herself together. You know, she said, Claudette, I've had so much training. And I said, yes, but it's different when it's you. And I really encouraged her to seek out help. And she said, we've got lots of help. We've got lots of help, which I'm relieved and happy to hear. But sometimes we've read the books or we've done the courses and we think, well, I know what to do. But I really want to encourage anyone who's feeling like that or resisting. I want to let you know that you are the best manipulator of yourself, the best liar to yourself. We give ourselves stories to help us live with ourselves for all of the things that happen in our lives. And sometimes they're not always correct, or should I say, truthful. So it's really important that if you are suffering right now and you say, well, I have all of the tools. Yes, you may have all the tools, but sometimes when we're so muddied up in our heads and overwhelmed with feelings, we aren't seeing as clearly. We need the help of our friends. We need the help of our community. And I urge you to find that help. Go find someone that you can talk to that you feel safe with, and they may remind you of something that you have completely forgotten. This has happened in my own life, and that's why I'm pushing and asking and urging you so much, because we often forget about the most simplest things that help us cope with our day-to-day lives when things just get so much. So I was helping the lady and talking with her and just holding space, letting her get it out. And she said, "I'm so sorry, I'm trauma dumping on you." And I just said, that's what this space is for. It's for community and for you to feel heard and seen. And I want you to leave. I didn't say this part, but I say it often. I want people to leave my space feeling encouraged and feeling like they have what it takes to keep going and put a foot in front of the other, and they can do another day, right? So as I'm helping this woman, another customer comes in, and I could see out of the corner of my eye, she was very determined. And she just, kind of purposefully did a quick, and you could see she was barely taking in her surroundings. She was just very adamant about doing a quick lap around the shop. And I could see that she was trying to catch my eye, but it was abundantly clear that I was helping someone who had red eyes, someone who was very upset. And yet this customer just had no awareness. And I recognize this customer from previous visits. And it just made me so sad, because other than this, my interactions with her have been great. And she's a very kind person. But I witnessed that just not even seeing that there was a woman in great distress that I was trying to counsel and trying to comfort. And she stood herself in front of the counter and just sat there like looking at me and waiting for me to come and help her out. So I had to remove myself midway trying to comfort someone in great distress so that I could speak with and acknowledge this woman. And here it turns out to be something so unimportant. And it just made me so sad that this lovely woman couldn't see what was happening, couldn't, just make herself busy in a corner somewhere and wait for her opportunity to come see me, instead of like hovering and making it feel uncomfortable, like, please acknowledge me, come and see me right now, I need you. And it was such a trivial thing. And I felt so sad. I felt like she could have really helped me give this person a sense of community and a sense of womanhood. And we could have together held space for her and comforted her. She had an opportunity there to acknowledge someone was in distress, and it just made me sad. It just made me sad. I think a lot of the people in our community that are in the spiritual community, it's like they flick a switch and say, well, I'm off right now, so I don't have to work. Mic drop. It's not like a switch you flick on and off. If you're built with that compassion and you are truly walking in God's love, the Creator's love, and your goal is to enrich people's lives and help souls on their journey, it would just have come naturally to you in that moment, and you would have came with me and huddled with me and helped comfort this woman. So my challenge is, and I can feel spirit swirling right now, I want to encourage everyone, when you step out and you go to the library, you go to the post office, you're standing in line, I want you to be very cognizant of the people around you. There are so many people suffering silently. We look at them, and on the outside, they may look fine to you, but there are people that have large worries on their shoulders, large concerns, like challenges that they're not even sure if they can get through the day. They're taking it minute by minute. And just because we don't see an outwardly expression, it doesn't mean that that's not happening. It's happening a lot more than what we think. And so I just want to encourage everyone, when you start taking notice of your environment, like the simple thing, like the other morning, my husband and I go to the door to unlock the door of the shop in the morning. And without thinking, we said good morning to a gentleman who was walking along the front of the storefront. And I said, good morning. And he stopped and he said, well, that was unusually kind. And my husband and I we looked. We thought, what? What's unusually kind about saying hello to someone who's walking on the sidewalk? And then he saw, that we were coming into our shop, and he said, oh, I see. You're the shop owners. And I thought, God, what a sad testament for someone in our little community to be saying, well, that's unusual to have a hello on the sidewalk. But it's just that everybody has turtled up, and they're very much tunnel visioned on getting their things done, staying in their little group of people, and they're missing the opportunity to spread joy, to spread love, to show a little bit of humanity to someone else. So that is the message this morning, or not this morning, but this evening for everyone who's listening. Maybe it's morning for you, but I just want to encourage you all to maybe make a more of an effort of being aware where you are, looking at the people around you. And let's also remember when we're speaking, I love this. That's the 3 gates, right? Before we speak, is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? I'm telling you, if we start using that, it would be amazing, the ripple effect that would happen. I know, a simple good morning, but you know what? It's true, Martine. Martine says, that is so sad. She said, for someone to be taken aback, and it took us aback because we were just so surprised. And it was so fun because after that he just started talking, and you could tell he was a lonely guy, and he was all excited because he was going to be taking part in a local celebration coming up this weekend, and he just started talking, and you could tell he was hungry for conversation. And I just think, like, when I opened my shop, that was something I always wanted. I wanted that feeling of the Parisian, like, there's tables and chairs outside, and people can sit and wave and say hello to each other, sit down in a chair at a little table and talk. And unfortunately, the world is just not set up for that. And I haven't been able to put my table and chairs out there like I did at the very beginning. Because it's just not safe anymore. And it's sad to say that, but we can still say hello to each other, and just give everybody a little bit of love and humanity. So speaking of what the gentleman was excited about, why don't we share screen, and I'm going to show you what event he was talking about. So I think I have to go here, share screen, And is it this one? No, it is this one. Here we go, guys. I wanted to show you the Creek Con happening in Dawson Creek, British Columbia this weekend. It's very exciting. Let me see here. What are the dates on that? They don't show it. Did I put it up here? Yes. So, oh my goodness. Let me go here and see if we can't. March 14th on Saturday, and I should know that. It's $10 admission. Listen, there's some fun stuff happening. It says here, join Amidorable Crochet for a mini Totoro keychain workshop. Doesn't that sound fun? I love Totoro. I have a sweater with Totoro, and every time I wear it, a day does not go by that someone says how much they love my sweater. So here is that adorable Totoro. Let's see this one. It says, join Chelsea McKay for a soda pop combo class. Soda pop combo? Oh, so this is dance. That's fun. $20 registration fee. And as long as you're 6 years old and up, you could join in some fun dance. Join Christy Jordan Fenton for a creative storytelling workshop. This is a workshop perfect for DMs, writers, and anyone interested in world building technique. I love that. Creative storytelling workshop. And then there's Danica Hussey Hughes. That's Yvonne Hughes' daughter from The Healing Hub. And she's offering a Sketch Like a Superhero course. And it's going to be taking place in meeting room number 3. And there is a registration fee for that. But there's a lot of free things happening as well during Comic-Con. So make sure that you take some time out to go over to the K-Pack and just go check it out. I'm going to remove this now. Yeah, so there's going to be vendors, and I believe there's going to be food because there's a caterer there as well. So I imagine the restaurant must not be open or something in the event, at the event. So that's a little interesting. Hi, B. I made it, girl. Hello. You know, I want to apologize to anybody listening on Instagram. And I think possibly my personal Facebook page, if you are listening to the live show, it's unfortunately, I'm not able to see your comments. So if that's something that's important to you and you would like to participate in with the comments, I would like to encourage you to go to YouTube. And there I will see your comments and be able to interact with you live during the show. And also, if you're following Happy on Maine, that Facebook page, you should be fine. I'm not sure what's happening there, and I'm going to eventually have time to get set up so that we have a platform area where I can see everybody's comments, because I would really love to participate with everyone that's watching right now. So let me have a look here. I'm going to check this out. I'm hoping Instagram is working well for everyone because I don't have much to see what's going on in there. Now, I brought up Danica Hussey, so I thought let's share the screen again because I want to show you something else. So I'm going to go over here relating to Yvonne Hussey at the Healing Hub. Share screen, share screen. There we go. That's the one. So get ready, guys. Here we go. I'm sharing my screen with you. It's called Spirit and Soul Awakening Spring Show. So Yvonne had one last year in the fall, and now she's going to have another show for the spring. It's May 8th and May 9th. Now, I'm sure she could clarify this, or you can go on her Facebook page to find out, The Healing Hub, because here it says 5 p.m. and 5 p.m. But I imagine it'll be like something like, I'm sure if you show up at 10 o'clock, she'll be open. It's interesting too here because it says duration 1 day. So I'm not sure what's going on there, and I'll probably shoot off a message, or any of our listeners that are friends with Yvonne might want to point that out to her and get us some concrete time and dates when we can expect to be able to go there. It says, come and enjoy the talents of energy workers, readers, psychics, artisans, and so much more. We will have a variety of vendors as well as speakers Friday evening and Saturday throughout the day. So that's exciting. This is her first time she's going to have lectures, and I know people love hearing lectures, short ones, right? Like half-hour presentations on topics that we're very interested in. So vendor and presenter spotlights will be posted soon. So there we go. I just wanted to share that with everyone. That's exciting. Make sure you put it in your itinerary for coming up in May. So again, my screen's doing that crazy thing. So I'm going to go big, and then I'm going to go, come on, smaller. There we go. Now I can still see. Perfect. So there's that exciting fun. And that's hosted by Yvonne at the Healing Hub. So I'm just going to make sure that I've done. Hey guys, I also want to talk to you about, I did mention about not seeing all the comments. The show, talking about the show again, please, if you're enjoying the show, please go ahead and do that little click of the thumbs up, and I would love subscribe. That's going to help me move further in the popularity ranks at YouTube, and when I get to a certain amount, I'll be able to start trying to earn money, which would be really nice because I'm going to be losing my income at the store. And this is going to be hopefully in the future a way for me to generate some income. So I just want to encourage everybody to go to the YouTube channel, Happy Thoughts with Claudette on YouTube, and give us a subscribe, give us a like. And when you like a show, thumb it, give it a thumbs up, because that really goes a long way. What else do we have here? Right, I need to talk to you guys about what's happening with the store. So, we have started a timeline working towards the final closure of Happy on May Metaphysical Center. The business is still going to exist. You're still going to see my Facebook pages and my Instagram pages, but the storefront will be shut down. So starting on the 17th, March 17th, everything in the store will be 15% off. We're already starting to sell quite a bit of things because some are not wanting to take the chance of losing out on a special piece or whatever. So there's still time to get in before the discounts increments start happening. So for the next 2 weeks, starting on March 17th, everything in the store will be 15% off. Our seasonal items, they're already at half price. So Halloween, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, those kinds of items, if you don't see them marked down, they're still 50% off. I'm trying to get through everything and mark it so that it'll be very clear when you come in to try to figure out what price is what. And don't be shy. If you're coming in on a budget and you're unsure and you don't want to go over what you want to spend, please just ask. I can have many different transactions going at the same time. I can just put them all in standbys. And I have people that shop that way, and they'll say, okay, Claudette, where am I at now? So I'm happy to do that for you if you're coming in and you have only a certain amount that you wish to spend and you're going to need some help keeping track of where you're at. We can do that for you. So it'll be 15% off for the next 2 weeks, and I'll let you know further on, closer to when we change the savings rate again. You'll know, but for now it's 15% off, and it's just going to continue to increase as we go. I am going to be selling a lot of pieces of furniture. Some things have been spoken for, and I'm going to be reaching out shortly with some prices to those people. But if you see anything, like I have so many little show aids, like little retail aids, little acrylic risers and ring display, jewelry displays, large acrylic risers, all those little tiny things. When you are trying to display your products, you just, gosh, I just wish I had that little thing to prop this beautiful piece, or I'd love this book to be on a display more. Come on in. I mean, we are going to be selling things at less than half price, all of our equipment, all of our display aids. So here's an opportunity for artisans who have little tables somewhere, or retail stores here in town or in our surrounding communities. There's going to be a lot for you to pick up that's going to help make your product shine. And you can let me know in private messages as well if there's something in particular that you're looking for, and I can see if I have it, and I can set it aside for you. So that is happening. It's finally, I know, I see a hug emoji here. It's not an easy decision to make, but it's a necessary one. It was one that I need to do for my own health and wellness and my own progression. It's time for me to go build another dream. It was exciting, it was fun, and it was a privilege. And I'm going to savor all of the interactions I have as I make this graceful exit. And we'll see each other here on the show every Wednesday. And I'm not going to be far. I'm still going to be in the community. And I plan on doing classes and all kinds of fun, interesting things. So I'm probably going to take a lot of time to relax and recover. I say everyone needed an island, business owners needed an island to go to recover from just the last 5 years. It's been a struggle, and we're all in kind of survivor mode trying to navigate the world and how it is now with all of the online shopping and the war going on right now. People are watching their money. So it's just a very different time right now. I had actually a local shop owner come in, and my heart just went out to her. I could just see how much weight she was carrying, because honestly, we're all carrying the same weight. And she was expressing to me like how sometimes, some days, it's very difficult to make a buck. It's very difficult to even, clear a couple $100 for the day. And that's unheard of. That's unheard of. Before the pandemic, a regular day for me was $1,200, $1,000. And I was so happy with that. I was gaining, and I could build a business and a future with that. But can you imagine Like, I'm not the only one where there are days where you're barely clearing $200. So that doesn't keep the lights on. That doesn't, allow you to have employees. So my heart goes out to all of you retail business owners out there. And I want to say to you, there is nothing wrong with calling it a day. Nobody is expecting you to go down with the ship, or what are people going to say? All I know is I built something that I'm supremely proud of. I know we've helped so many people, and I've met so many amazing people. And I know that this was part of my journey. So for the last 10 years, I had an incredible job, I was so blessed. How many people have the opportunity to open a shop, build the dream from scratch? And I had that privilege. So as they say, don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm going to be fine. We're all going to be fine. It's just a new phase for me. Well, I think it's time. Let's go on to our zodiac signs. Just want to make sure, did I do? So what did everybody think about last week's show? Wasn't that fun? OMG. The ghost, the Dave Scott from 108 Mile House. I had so much fun. And I've been listening. I listen to his show every night pretty much. But I'm starting to just say, hi, Dave, or great show tonight. And he was acknowledging and saying, hi, Claudette. So I'm pretty excited. I'm quite certain I've made a friend, and Dave and I are going to get the VIP tickets. We're going to be going for the Caribou Con, and I'm going to do the ghost tour. I'm so excited. We're going to have so many. Thank you, B. Thank you. B says, you're amazing, and you've blessed many. You know what? What more could a person ask for, right? What more could a person ask for? So, yes. All right. So, we use this calendar, the Llewellyn Astrological Calendar. And this is their 93rd edition. 93 years of putting this out. That is incredible. We love the Llewellyn calendar. And again, thank you to Llewellyn for putting this out. They always have so much incredible information, and their products are, the people that are putting the information out are knowledgeable. It's not just fluff. So we've got this wonderful, beautiful woman with a koi fish. Do you see her there? Stunning. Got the blues and the magentas, so gorgeous. In the water, we're in the water world, the feelings of Pisces. So here we go, guys. Get ready. Aries is first. Patience and flexibility will guide you through the first week of March. As the planets shift, you'll find renewed inspiration and energy. Seeing the bright side will come more easily. Stay flexible, Aries, and receptive to move through this time gracefully. So your favorable days are the 1st, the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th. Oh, good for you. You have a lot of favorable days, Aries. And your days that you need to be a little bit more concerned about and just be aware. Remember how we were talking about being aware? The 12th and the 13th. So I'm really excited for you, Aries. It seems like for you that it's almost like the sun's going to burst out from the clouds, are going to move, and you're going to finally, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. You've been feeling a little bit foggy, a little bit like, I've got these things I want to do, but I just can't seem to get going. So Aries, it's looking a lot better for you. So next is Taurus. For Taurus this month, March has the potential to be a roller coaster, but supportive energies are still on your side. Lean into practical activities and projects while staying grounded. Nothing is likely to fall in your lap, so keep an eye out for opportunities. Taurus, your favorable days are the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. So you've already had those ones. And you still have the 30th and the 31st. So at the very end of the month, Taurus, you're still going to have some great days there. Your demanding days are coming right up, the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. So just keep an eye out. And what did they say for you? The days where you're frustrated that you're not going forward with your projects and that you just feel like you're stagnated, keep busy. Keep busy. I'm sure as I say, sometimes things aren't in our timing, right? Because it's not the greatest and best timing for us in order for that project or that next goal we're trying to achieve to be fulfilled. So for you, Taurus, I really see what they're saying. And when they say do the regular activities, the practical activities, I'm seeing do that stuff in the house, get those projects done, whatever is kind of put off to the side, like matching that basket full of odds and ends of socks. Do those kinds of things. Clean up, get those corners, those tasks that you've been putting aside. Take care of those, because I have a feeling for you, Taurus. Very soon, things are going to pick up at an accelerated pace, and you're going to look around and say, oh, I wish I had done that. And by doing these mundane, more regular activities, it's going to take your mind off of the anxiousness. What is that anxiousness about the future, right? There's nothing we can do. So let's just enjoy the journey instead and do things that you can have control over. And after, I'm just making sure, yeah, we're good in the comments. Gemini is next. Gemini, you'll likely feel foggy this month, but clearer thinking can come when the moon moves through the air signs. Use this slowdown to finish things up and reflect. Stay flexible, and fresh ideas will surface when you least expect them. Oh, I like that. So Gemini, your favorable days they've already just passed, the 5th and the 6th. And you've got some demanding days coming up, just a couple, the 17th and the 18th. So that's next week. Gemini, for you, I just get them feeling like, when you're trying to fit that final piece in the puzzle, or you're trying to figure out a challenge on how to strategically approach it. I'm getting this feeling like you need to go out and play a little bit, like maybe go to the community gym and just for the fun of it, and go play badminton or go play a game of volleyball with the community. Do something that's completely outside of the project or what you're working on. Get out of that environment and go stir things up. Go and do something completely different outside of that, and you're going to find that you're going to be renewed, and you're probably going to find some inspirations to help crack open and get going again. So that's for you, Gemini. Do something outside of your wheelhouse, something very different. Participate maybe at the Comic-Con this weekend, at the KPAC. Go take that dance class. Do something different and get those juices moving, get your body moving, and I guarantee you're going to find yourself full of inspiration and unusual ideas that are just going to pop into your head, and you'll be so grateful. Cancer is next. This month begins on a high note, Cancer, with supportive energy all around you. Enjoy the ease while it lasts as the pace shifts. After the first week, as the energy intensifies, focus on staying grounded and use the earlier momentum to navigate challenges with ease. It sounds like you're going to have a lot of tediousness, or it's that you have to do the hard work in order to get to that next goal that you're trying to achieve. It's like when you're in school and you got to finish that essay, or you got to make your presentation. So when you're building the presentation or you're writing out your essay and you're doing your drafts, it's that murky in between time when you're building and creating, and it sometimes can feel like a really drawn out process and exhausting. That's what I get for you. And so just remember, as you're doing this, envision and remember the good times. I think what would be really good for you is what I see is like a photograph, or maybe one of those, if you have that, the videos where it just plays inspiring photos from vacations or special moments with your family. I think that's really going to help you get through those arduous, more not so fun, menial tasks that you have to get through. They're important in order to get on the other side and start having fun again. So for Cancer, that's what I see for you. Leo is next. March brings a mix of steady yet challenging energy, Leo. While you feel ready to shoulder more responsibility, unexpected disruptions might throw you off course. Stay flexible and open to adjustments. Balance determination with adaptability to keep life running smoothly. Leo, the bending but not breaking. So that's what we're seeing for you. Your favorable days are 9th, 10th, and 11th. So David, your favorable days today. This is the last favorable day for you. And demanding days are the 21st and the 22nd. So those are the days where you're going to be challenged, and I want you to remember, you can bend, you can change, and if you can allow yourself to let the flow of the river bend you, you're going to be so rewarded, because it's going to bring outcomes and different wonderful ideas into your realm of possibilities that normally wouldn't be there. Because Leo, I see my Leo anyway, likes comfort and likes to be to have routines, and I'm that way too in a lot of ways, but you're going to be asked and challenged to allow yourself to kind of let go when things are not going the way you had them scheduled to go. And it's going to be okay. So Virgo is next. You may feel a bit off as things aren't aligning like you planned, Virgo. With so many shifts around you, patience will help you navigate what you can't control. Slow down, revisit shelved projects, and tidy up any loose ends. Virgo, you've got a very similar March activity projection as another sign that we just read. I can't quite remember which one, but Yes, I'm really feeling for you the same thing. There's things that you need to take care of at work and at home that are kind of boring and they're not so fun, but they're important to get done because there's going to come a time shortly where you're not going to have time to do them. And it's going to create stress in your life, and you're going to feel overwhelmed because you're going to have to stay up late to get these things done. You're going to have to miss out on some fun that normally you would have time for because there's deadlines that of things that needed to be done and weren't done. So I get that. I am the queen of procrastination of Virgo, but I feel like this is something for you that you need to really look at. So, your favorable days are coming right up, like I'm saying tomorrow, the 12th and the 13th. And your demanding days are the 23rd and the 24th. I want you just to remember on those days, the 23rd and the 24th, again, you're going to be like the river. Let's bend, we won't break. And it's okay. Excuse me. I want you just to remember, be aware when you're really struggling with the way things are unraveling and you don't like how they're going. Just take your mind off of it. Go and grab that basket. If you iron clothes, go iron clothes for a while. Get out of your head. Get out of your head, Virgo. This is a time where you've got to let your guides and your angels and those who watch over you do their magic because they've got something better planned for you. Libra. The month begins with a sense of ease, but that comfort shifts suddenly. After the first week, things feel more challenging. Focus on staying balanced and don't let the change in planetary energy throw you off. Embrace this phase with curiosity and objectivity. Oh, that's interesting, Libra. You've got lots of great days. You got 3 and they're coming right up. The 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. You have some demanding days on the 25th and the 26th. So for you, it's going to be just becoming aware that you're extra sensitive. For some reason, Libra, you're going to be affected by the planetary alignments and by the moon. So just be aware of that. And I find smudging is very helpful during times like that, or any tools in your tool belt that help you stay grounded. So that might be a nice spray. Maybe you want to bring your spray with you to work and give yourself a spray in the bathroom. Take a deep breath. You're just being aware, a little more self-care, and you'll be able to navigate this time where you're feeling very emotional and just a little bit more sensitive about everything and feeling everything around you. Just know that it's not always like that, and it's just because you're extra sensitive right now. So those are the nights I like to take a salt bath and I light a candle and I just give myself some time, and I'm always rewarded. The next day, I am so grounded. I just love it. So that's my advice for you. So Libra is done, and we're moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, March starts out flowing smoothly with an abundance of supportive energy helping you feel in sync. Use this time to move forward on important goals. As the planets shift later in the month, stay focused and remain flexible to adjust to the faster pace. Ooh, so you're going to be moving, Scorpio. You've got some good days coming up very soon, the 17th and the 18th. And your demanding days, the 1st, the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th. Scorpio, I feel like things are going to accelerate for you, as they're saying here, but my eyes are even tired. So I'm really foreseeing for you that you're going to be burning the midnight oil, but you're going to be happy to be doing it. You're going to be building progress, moving forward. Things are going to be very accelerated for you. So those goals that you had in mind, those projects that you've been aspiring, they're going to start to take off and accelerate, and you're going to be just so excited to be in it. You're going to be creating and completing things. There's the completion, and so you'll catch your rest after, but just enjoy the ride right now. Some of the signs earlier, they're going to be working towards that, but you are going to be accomplishing. You're going to be in that state of creativity, and things are just humming along. Okay, Sagittarius is next. Let's see, this is me. You may start the month feeling like you're climbing up a steep hill with obstacles and opposition testing your patience. Relief comes mid-month as life opens up and your optimism returns. By the end of the month, you'll be inspired and ready for action. I love that. Our favorable days are the 19th and the 20th for Sagittarius. And the demanding days, wow, we got hit with a lot of them, guys. The 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 30th, and the 31st. So I definitely feel that. I feel like it has been a steep hill. So I'm really excited about getting to the top of that hill. And I do feel like that, even for me in my life. I feel like setting it up so that on the 17th, that sale starts, and I'm starting to move forward and bringing into reality the next phase of my life. So Sagittarius, have faith. I know it was a little rough and you had your patience tested. I certainly did. I had to bite my tongue a few times already at the beginning of the week, but I'm going to always decide to try my best every day. And so I'm just always choosing to think about something positive. So let's do that, Sagittarius. We're going to find our positive again and be really excited about all of the seeds we've planted. New beginnings. Oh, let me see, what did B say? She says, started new plants, new beginnings for Scorpio. I totally feel that, B. I was thinking of that when you did the show like this. I thought, I wonder if she's Scorpio. And you had that picture where you were in your greenhouse and your girl shack or something you called it. Anyhow, I thought of you. Okay, next sign is Capricorn. The first couple of weeks, Capricorn, offer steady support, helping you make solid progress. But as the month moves on, tension builds and challenges follow. Don't let the pressure get to you. Stay focused and adapt, using your discipline to push through obstacles with grace. Well, Capricorn, I just feel it like you are the boss right now. You're making things happen, and you're going to rise above the challenges because you have what it takes to you have what you need to accomplish what you're accomplishing. So your favorable days are the 21st and the 22nd, and your demanding days are the 5th and the 6th. They're already behind you in the rear view mirror, Capricorn. But you just give me the impression of like just someone in a more like a mentoring role, a leader's role. And I just want to encourage you, despite the challenges that are going to rise up, you have the skills. You're going to be fine. Just keep calm and collected and do what you do best. Shine. Aquarius is next. You may feel out of sorts during the first half of the month as things seem foggy and unclear. Be patient, Aquarius, because by mid-month the energy shifts and you'll feel more in sync. Use this time to make steady progress as clarity and motivation returns. All right, Aquarius, you're kind of like Sagittarius. Your favorable days are the 23rd and the 24th. And your demanding days, you already had them, the 7th and the 8th. So you're good to go. I just see for you too, it's kind of like you're feeling like, oh, I'm stuck. Things are just so, I just don't even know which way I want to go and what I want to do. And yet, by mid-month, and we're so close to that, just like Sagittarius is, we're waiting for that mid-month mark, and things are just going to start to make sense, and things are going to start to move in a really good direction for you. So let's just trust everything is happening in exactly the right time that it needs to happen. And this delay and this fogginess, this inability to move forward is in our best interest. And the last sign, and thank you for your patience, Pisces. My goodness, there's always someone who has to wait. Pisces, it's the beginning of your new yearly cycle. Pisces, during the first half of March, you're likely to feel aligned and supported. As planets shift mid-month, you'll feel a change in momentum. Use this time to channel your creativity as projects that were paused pick up speed again. So your favorable days are the 25th and the 26th. And guess what? You've mastered and nearly finished all your demanding days because today's the last one, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. I love this for you, Pisces. I just see you like it. Artistically, creatively, you've got lots of inspiration coming in, and just embrace it, enjoy it, take things to that other level, and you don't have to be dimming your light or feeling weird about being exuberant or a little bit more flamboyant. I love the spices of life. I love seeing people being authentic. It gives everybody else inspiration. It makes us smile, and it gives us ideas and of how we can have equally so much fun and create and express ourselves. So I want to give you just that encouragement, Pisces. Let your light shine. It's beautiful. It sounds like you have a lot of creativity coming in. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed their horoscope readings, their sun signs for March. We were a week late, but that's because we had a wonderful guest last week that we made an exception for, Dave Scott. That was so cool. If you haven't caught that show last week, I highly encourage you to go and find it. It's season 2, episode 3, and it was amazing. Dave Scott shared with us some spooky photos with ghosts, and I was so enamored with the idea that he is local to British Columbia. I mean, it was 108 Mile House. So Mile Ranch and 100 Mile House. So guys, I just realized we didn't go over the card for the week. So let's do that next. For anyone who's new to the show, every week I'm just going to share the screen here. Yes, I think you can see it. I bumped my camera, so there we go. Oh yeah, let me go down. We use a tarot deck card, and that's what actually determines, what happened? Did I do something? Let me see, cancel. Oh no, guys. What's going on? My camera just went funny. It's asking me for my passcode. Hang on, I'm taking the camera down. It froze. I'm going to see what's going on here. Oh, it's paused. Resume. Okay, yeah, nice and clear. You're seeing my little makeshift bedroom now. Hang on. There we go. And we're going to switch the look to this because it gives you a nicer view of that card. Here, there. I think that's good. I'm going to pick up the card and bring it closer to the screen for you as well. So we use Boadicia's Tarot of Earthly Delights. This is a new deck for us. That's hence we're in season 2 now. We're using this wonderful deck. And we're really excited about it. The pictures are just lush and opulent. We're having a lot of fun. And what a crazy name, Page of Tentacles. Oh, this is so neat instead of your usual suits. And I want to give credit to the author Caroline Kenner, Paula Millet, and she's a deck creator and artist. So again, everything that I refer to will be like noted in the show notes on YouTube, in the notes section with links, so you can go and get your very own deck if that's something that interests you. Like finding out about CreekCon, the links will be in the show notes for you. So anything that I talk about, you can always go to the YouTube channel and find it there. So let's find out. I'm gonna open my book too, Page of Tentacles. Oh, that was very close. I'm in the tentacles right now. Okay, I'm gonna look at my picture, but I'm gonna bring the picture closer to you so you can doo-doo. And we got a glare. Can you see that? So cool. She's like wrapped in a tentacle. I want to make sure my hand's not moving as I'm looking. There's a fish coming out of the water to see what is going on. All right, I'm going to put this back on the stand and I'm going to look at this picture. Have a closer look at what we're all looking at in the Oh, wow. Wow. So she's got a serpent circling behind her. So not only do we have tentacles, we have living barnacle, and then we have the serpent. It's interesting. It seems like the barnacle and the tentacle of the octopus is circling around her, giving her support. And I see it gives you the feeling like it's almost like Niagara Falls or something, right? Like they are walking on the hard surface. There's a little bit of water where they're walking, but it's almost like there's a precipice of a waterfall just on behind where the fish has jumped up to have a look. And when we look at the background, I can see a double rainbow. To me, this is very optimistic. I see it's like emerging out of the crevice of the water, out of emotions, out of something very heavy, coming out of that and emerging. And now we have these new supportive elements to us. Are circling around us. I love this. The double rainbow is so optimistic. It's very much like a good omen. I just feel like there's a whole future ahead in this card. Let's read what it says. Oh, I see a comment here. I need to put my glasses on. I hit the send too soon. Was going to correct it. It's awesome for you to be able to have guests. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes, I know, right? I love it too. I love it too. I plan on having a lot more guests. Okay, so let's read what it says about Page of Tentacles. A dark-haired young woman in a simple white dress dances along the edge of a massive waterfall. She's cloaked in two ornate, oh God, nudibranchias, and she brandishes a spotted eel. Oh, so it's not a snake, it's an eel. A puzzled fish inquiringly peers up from the edge of the falls. The mist rising from the torrent are brightened by a double rainbow. So the interpretation of this card means the Page of Tentacles brings tidings of emotional or romantic matters along with an eel. Well, what does that mean, along with an eel? A native person or someone temperamentally innocent. Younger family members, teens, or children. Yes, the page is usually signifying a youth, a young or inexperienced person who finds themselves in deep emotional waters, emotional risk-taking with a positive outcome. Wow, I love that. Good news of a wedding, an announcement about a new relationship, a person coming out to their community about their true nature, or other news of an emotional milestone. So that's the card for all the listeners listening tonight. For anyone listening, this is our card. We are about to witness someone young that we are connected to in our lives making a big announcement. Maybe there's a baby on the way. Maybe there's an engagement. Some kind of big news is coming our way, and it's from somebody younger than us, and it is a very important something for that youth. It's going to be like even a gender, like if they're going to come out and say they have a different way of finding love than we do. I don't know what that is, but we are about to all experience someone young in our lives making a big announcement. So we will support them and be excited for them. I just saw what I did here. Stop sharing. There we go. That's why my screen was small. So, too inexperienced to be afraid of dancing at the edge of a waterfall, this page skillfully navigates the precipice while twirling her eel with joyous abandon. Her accomplishment is noteworthy, even unique, as the surprised eel attests. Wow. So we're going to be very surprised by this announcement, and you're just going to be witnessing someone in that moment of just like the world is their oyster. Things are all in perfect alignment. And how can you not be joyful for someone when their lives are in that place? Like, it's just going to be exciting to witness. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing who that is in my life. So there's symbols, and I love how they broke this down. In the card, the waterfall signifies dynamic, fluid energy. The white dress, I wondered if that meant something. Innocence and the pure heart. So yeah, that relates to the youth of the character of the person that we're going to see being affected. And okay, that's that word. Nudibranchia signifies feelings, so many complicated feelings. Yes, and so this is a very emotional thing for them that they're going to be revealing to us, and they are going to be feeling a little anxious because it's the kind of news that they are thrilled about, but sometimes they're worried about how everyone else is going to receive the news, and they're concerned. It'd be like someone saying, "Mom, I'm gay," and knowing 4 out of the 5 people are going to be happy for them, but there's that one person that they're really anxious about, and they know it's going to be complicated, and hence why it took them so long to come forward. So it's going to be that kind of an announcement. Not everybody is going to be joyous about it, but we are going to be joyous for them. And it's going to be our job to celebrate them. Eel represents slippery and difficult to handle. And that perturbed fish that poked his head up, something surprising, an emotional wild card. I love it. That was so cool. How interesting. Well, we're all going to be on the lookout, aren't we, for who this young person in our lives are. Maybe you've already had it happen. Sometimes when these cards come up, it's already something that's happened for you. I'd be curious to know if it's already happened for you. Definitely put it in the comments if you've had someone young in your life, a nephew or maybe a grandchild, and they've made a big announcement today. So I want to encourage everybody to hang in there. You're not alone. And if you feel like you can't talk to anyone, you can talk to your guides and your angels. They hear you. And don't think how silly it is. And if it feels strange to you, it's just like a muscle. You got to start somewhere. And you can just start talking, and you're going to start to see and feel how good it is to lay down your burdens. That's what I do every night. I say a prayer and I thank the goddesses and gods, my creator. I thank everyone that's involved for my highest and greatest good, that are watching and helping me live my life and navigate all of the things that I have to navigate. And I thank them for the good things that happened in that day. And I also leave with them the things that are bothering me. It helps you sleep at night, and it helps you talk about it, right? Not all of us have someone to talk to. And this is a way for us to get things out. Get them out of your body. So I think that we're going to be ending the show. It's going to be ending a little earlier unless you guys want to chit chat. If I see something in the comments here, it looks like I've covered everything. Oh, Janice would be saying, no, you didn't, Claudette. Let me put this. Okay, number one, I'm going to remove this comment from below the screen. We're going to go back to a full screen. And then I forgot, I've been forgetting for a while because we're out of our routine, but we're getting back in. Here we go. We've got a special shopping code. So until the 17th, if you use this code, Human Touch 11, I will give you 15% off anything in the store. 15% off in the store already. If you can remember the special code word, Human Touch 11. So that is a special code this week until the 17th when we start launching our special savings as we close out the shop. And I thought there was something else I needed to do. Yes, so we're going to remove this one. I just got to find it. Hide this. Let's show this. So we have our regulars that absolutely love our monthly dinners, and I don't want to forget to invite everybody. We're having a special St. Patty's Day listeners dinner. It's happening on March 17th, right on St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to do it at Mr. Mike's this time, starting at 7 o'clock. It's just, there's nothing too structured about it. It's just an opportunity for us to go out, have a drink together, share some great conversation. Sometimes if it's a special day, I'll have a little door prize. Everybody's name goes in to a draw. So of course, because it's St. Patrick's Day, there'll be a little bit of a little surprise. And it's just, I have to tell you, last dinner was just amazing. The server that was serving us throughout the evening, I think it's the energy that you put out, right? Because she ended up coming to our table at the end as she's collecting everybody's payments for their meals, and had such a touching moment. She wanted to know what we were doing and why we were we had our cards out. What are those cards? Why do people use cards? And she ended up crying. Like she wasn't really hurting. And that's what I mean. Like, you would have never known. She was all smiles and serving us and just a wonderful waitress. And you just don't know, right? You don't know when people are needing love and needing humanity, a touch of humanity in their lives. And it was just incredible to know that our group, a little group of people, affected her in such a beautiful, positive way. And she just, I could see that was very meaningful for her. So I hope we see you at our dinner. And if not, that's okay. Not everybody's an extrovert and wants to go out and have chit chats. So we will see you on March 17th. And if not, you'll hear about it the next week when I will talk about it. Thanks to everyone for listening. Next week, I'll be pulling cards. And I might even do, at the very end, a little hypnosis for good sleeping. I think we're due for that again, right? So I'm going to make a note of that for good night's rest. We're going to do a hypnosis at the very end that you can listen and replay later when you want to have a good sleep. So thank you everyone for joining. I'm going to play my favorite song and wish you a great week. Try to be present more, look around, and just see if there's someone that needs a little touch of human compassion. Gotta find my music. Love you guys.
Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why, when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know. Closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger